All right, on to problem number 6. All right. So again, take the derivative of both sides of the equation with respect to x. So the derivative of x is just 1 equals. Now, look, I have derivative of cosine of xy. So this is going to be the chain rule. Now remember, let's do an easier example. So if y is equal to sine of 7x, dy over dx, or the derivative, is going to equal cosine of 7x times 7. Remember, this is where the chain rule comes. First thing I do is change the sine to a cosine and leave 7x the same. Since I didn't touch 7x to compensate, I have to take the derivative of an x, which is 7. And since it's a chain rule, we separate those by multiplication. All right, so the first thing I do is I'm going to take the derivative of cosine. Cosine goes to negative sine, and I leave the inside the same. I am not going to multiply by dy over dx yet, since I just physically took the derivative of the outside, which is cosine goes to negative sine. Now, when I multiply, I have to take the derivative of my inside. But if you notice, I have a product. So to take the derivative of xy, I have to use the product rule. So all of this is going to be multiplied together. All right, so the derivative of x is 1 times my original second function with this y. Again, we're only adding dy over dx when we power down with y's, not writing y's. Plus, the derivative of y is, remember, 1 times dy over dx, so we're just going to write dy over dx, times my original first, which is x. Okay? All right, so what we can do, let's rewrite this a little bit. All of this I'm going to put in front and multiply by a negative 1. Okay, so I'm going to actually I'll just do it in a couple steps. So I have negative times 1 times y is y, plus, and move this x in front. So I have x dy over dx, okay, times sine of xy. All right, this looks a little bit messy, but just bear with me. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to distribute that negative. Now, remember, when I distribute, the parentheses go away. So I have negative y minus x dy over dx, all times sine of xy. Again, what you're going to do is collect all the terms that have dy over dx in them. Okay? So if you notice, I have, this is the whole thing that has dy over dx to it. Okay, this negative y doesn't have dy over dx attached to it, and this 1 either. So we're going to get this dy over dx over to the left and move the 1 to the right. So this becomes positive x dy over dx sine of xy equals, the negative y remains the same, and it's minus 1. Lastly, this is all one term, so I don't need to factor out dy over dx. All I'm going to do is divide by everything besides dy over dx. So that's x sine of xy divided by x sine of xy. Again, you would never check to see if sine of xy can be simplified. It's a pair and it comes together. All right, so my derivative is going to equal negative y minus 1 all over x sine of xy. That one is a little bit complicated. We will do another example like that, similar to this question, tomorrow on the review.